The latest round of club rankings on the part of European football's governing body UEFA have this week been unveiled online, and Spanish football's top clubs are unlikely to be overjoyed with their respective rankings. First off, Real Madrid, despite lifting the Champions League and the UEFA Super Cup, are pipped to top spot by Manchester City. This comes with the model based on a long-term cumulative points tally. Next up when it comes to Spanish representation are Villarreal, whose efforts on the continent over recent seasons see the Yellow Submarine flying high in 7th, ahead of the likes of Chelsea, Inter Milan and Manchester United, turning attentions towards La Liga's other leading clubs. Barcelona, amid a lengthy dry stretch in Europe, find themselves all the way down in 18th. This is one spot below Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid, who come in at no point 17. Paris Saint-Germain got their post-Kylian Mbappé era off a winning start Friday by beating Le Havre 4-1 in their Ligue 1 opener. However, the scoreline was more comfortable than the performance suggested, with PSG's last 3 goals coming in final 5 minutes. They have one of the youngest squads in the league this season and are betting a new generation can take on more responsibility in Mbappe's absence. It wasn't easy at all. PSG boss Luis Enrique told reporters about the win. Maybe we started too calmly. We scored a goal very quickly and that relaxed us a bit too much. Joshua Zirkzee took just 28 minutes of his Manchester United career to show he could be the striker they so badly need. United looked like they would be frustrated in this opening Premier League encounter as Fulham soaked up everything they could throw at them. Eric Ten Hag brought on Zirkzee for his debut with half an hour remaining, and the super sub repaid him by making the all-important breakthrough with just 3 minutes remaining to earn 1-0 win. The long-running Victor Osimhen and Romelu Lukaku transfer saga has taken a fresh twist as Chelsea and Napoli forge a new plan of attack in their respective pursuits of the strikers. Fabrizio Romano claims Chelsea see Lukaku and Osimhen as separate deals. He adds there are no negotiations over a swap deal, and the Blues are focused on securing a permanent exit for the former Manchester United attacker. Romano states Lukaku, who like Osimhen has 2 years left on his contract, has agreed personal terms with Napoli and talks are ongoing about a move to Conte's team. He posits that Chelsea are still interested in former Lille ace Osimhen, but they would prefer to strike a loan deal in final days of the summer transfer window, which shuts on August 30. As per a report from Diario Sport, all signs point towards Casado featuring from the off in 24 hours time when Hansi Flick's troops make the trip to Mestalla to take on Valencia. Amid an ongoing injury crisis in the engine room set up in Barcelona, the 20-year-old in turn looks set to be rewarded for his ongoing excellence with a first ever competitive start for the Blaugrana this week. Barcelona announced on Friday that Thiago Alcantara would be leaving their coaching staff after a brief month-long stint back at his boyhood club in order to help Hansi Flick adapt to life in Catalonia. He is now set to return to the United Kingdom. Under-16 coach Arnau Blanco was announced as Thiago's replacement on the coaching staff, but Flick did leave the door open to the 33-year-old's return. The Spanish midfielder had to retire suddenly this summer due to injury issues, and his next step is unsure. Jan Goretzka was left out of Bayern Munich squad during the team's first official game of the season when they defeated Bundesliga SSV Ulm in the first round of the DFB Pokal. Bayern Munich director of sport Max Eberl stated that there had been talks with the player and painted an unfavourable situation for the player. We speak openly with the players. We have strengthened in midfield. Kimmich is returning to midfield. Players know when their situation can be difficult. We communicated that clearly. Things have been clarified internally. Everton are willing to arrange behind closed doors friendlies in a bid to help to let Ali return to fitness and play for a chance of earning a contract at Goodison Park. Sean Dyche has not ruled out the prospect of Ali being awarded a contract on Merseyside, but the attacking midfielder will be forced to prove himself. The former Burnley boss believes that the MK Dons product requires game time before his ability can truly be assessed as he returns to fitness. New Liverpool boss Arne Slot has shut down talk about a possible move to Barcelona for Luis Diaz. The forward has once again been linked with the Catalans after Barca became frustrated in their attempts to land Nico Williams. Diaz's father has previously admitted his son would love to play for Barca, but Slot says the Colombia international is going nowhere. When I walked in, the whole day is about talking about football. It's no surprise I hear speculation about Diaz, he told reporters. Is there anyone we don't talk about? His future is with us. I like a lot what I saw. He has had a big impact on Liverpool and I hope he has one for the coming season. And well, Ugarte has been left out of the Paris Saint-Germain squad for Friday's League One opener against Le Havre. The midfielder is a key target for Manchester United and is believed to have communicated his desire to move to Old Trafford, but despite being made available for transfer, talks between the two clubs have yet to reach a positive outcome as PSG stand firm on their €60 million, £51.1 million asking price. United have been in talks with Ugarte's agent Jorge Mendes, who is trying to unlock the deal heading into the final 2 weeks of the summer transfer window. With all that going on in the background, PSG manager Luis Enrique has made the decision not to include Ugarte in his squad for Friday's game. Atletico must raise more funds before they can bring the England international to the Spanish capital. They have offered Felix to the Blues as part of the deal as they look to offload the Portuguese winger, who spent half a season on loan at the London club before. While Chelsea are open to signing the ex-Benfica star, they want to sign him on a permanent deal on their own terms and must first agree a fee with Atletico. Diego Simon reached out to Gallagher to assure the 24-year-old that he still wants to bring him to the Spanish capital. The two parties will hope a deal can be worked out soon as they kick off their league campaigns this weekend. Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca has brutally revealed it is better for Ben Chilwell to leave as the club aims to continue his summer clear-out. Maresca signalled his intent to stamp his authority on the Chelsea squad this summer when the new head coach installed Enzo Fernandez as vice-captain in place of Chilwell. The Italian revealed ahead of the club's Premier League opener against Manchester City that Chilwell is struggling to find a position in his team. Pep Guardiola on Enzo Maresca: "My advice, Givehimtime. If the owners of Chelsea accept my advice, give Enzo time and it will work. All the managers need time. I don't know if Chelsea is the place to do this, but give him time and he will work." Weston McKennie could be staying in Turin after all. The 25-year-old American Juventus midfielder, whose contract expires in 2025, has been at the centre of transfer rumours all summer, with potential moves from MLS to the Premier League being heavily speculated. His club publicly told the media he was no longer part of their plans, despite McKennie having one of the best seasons of his career with 7 assists. Yet the uncertainty around McKennie's destination for this season could be coming to an end as Juventus are now reportedly open to keeping him on the squad ahead of their opener against Como Monday. Barcelona and Rennes are reportedly close to reaching an agreement for Mikhail Faye before the close of ATT transfer window. Foot Mercado are reporting that the clubs are talking about a price of €10 million plus €5 million in add-ons and a €30 million buyback clause. There's no agreement yet with Faye's representatives, but talks are set to continue over a potential transfer to the League One side. Several clubs are said to be keen on the Barcelona defender, but it's thought he would prefer a move to Rennes. Arsenal officials met with Tony but found his personality to be incompatible with the club's current squad dynamic. This explains the silence surrounding a potential transfer, despite earlier reports suggesting Arsenal were keen on the striker. Although Tony's form after returning from his gambling ban wasn't particularly impressive, it was his personality that ultimately deterred Arsenal. While Brentford values Tony at around €50 million, his contract expires next summer, making this the ideal time for them to cash in. However, with Arsenal out of the picture, finding a suitable buyer for the 27-year-old striker remains a challenge. Arsenal's players vowed they would win the Premier League title next season at a dinner just hours after Manchester City seized the league, revealed Mikel Arteta. The Gunners had beaten Everton 2-1 but had lost out on the title by 2 points to Man City. Ahead of Arsenal's match against Wolves on Saturday, he said they have been hungry since the last day of the season. "We had a gathering together with all the club players and the players were saying to me, we're going to be better, we're going to do it, we want more."